Amalkan 3W, wash, wear and mourn, dan elakkan 3S, kawasan sempit, tempat sesak dan sembang dekat-dekat. Kekalkan kecerdasan anda dan jaga kesihatan. Sama-sama, kita jaga kita. Budayakan norma baharu, bersama-sama kita putuskan rantaian COVID-19.
Hai, saya Samad. Saya stres. Ini kawan saya, Ismail. Ismail juga ada kalanya stres jika berhadapan dengan kerja yang banyak. Mereka di rumah juga stres. Lumrah manusia, kita semua menghadapi stres. Stres yang keterlaluan menyebabkan keresahan dan kemurungan. Minda sihat.
You're watching Nightline. I'm Anita Wu. The top stories. No more PT3 exams effective this year. And 25 investigation papers opened on COVID-19 mismanagement. Our headlining story. From this year, the Form 3 assessment, PT3 examination, which was introduced in 2014, is abolished. In announcing this, Senior Education Minister Dr. Razi Jidin noted that the Education Ministry would instead enhance the school-based assessment, PBS.
The PBS comprises three components, namely classroom assessment, physical, sports and curricular activities assessment, as well as the psychometric assessment. At a media conference, the senior minister said even though there is no central assessment, PT3, Form 1, 2 and 3 students will sit for the end-of-year test using the question bank provided by his ministry for all subjects.
Kita laksanakan sesi libat urus bersama dengan PIBG, bersama dengan guru-guru, pentadbir sekolah, ibu bapa dan juga pihak-pihak stakeholders yang berkaitan. Dan dalam konteks ini, salah satu kekuatan utama, ya, jika kita lihat pelaksanaan PT3 sebelum ini, pelaksanaan PT3 sebelum ini memang telah dilaksanakan di sekolah. Maknanya sebelum ini memang guru buat soalan yang diambil daripada pihak lembaga peperiksaan, dibina di sekolah, dibuat di sekolah. Itu peringkat PT3. Dan kita lihat bahawa peperiksaan ini adalah bentuk di peringkat akhir. Murid dah habis tingkatan 3. Mana dah selesai nak naik tingkatan 4, buat persediaan untuk tingkatan 5 dan SPM. Oleh yang demikian, bila kita jelaskan kepada ibu bapa, guru-guru, mereka melihat bahawa pendekatan yang digunakan ini, ianya bukan satu peperiksaan yang high stake, ya. Kerana PT3 itu sendiri dilihat sebagai high stake. Kita kata kita bina murid ini, kita bina anak-anak ini. Let's build them together. Tapi kita tak nak tekan mereka.
The examination was cancelled in 2020 and 2021 following the COVID-19 pandemic. On the assessment for Form 4 students wishing to enroll in special schools, he said they would have to sit for the Special School Admission Assessment, PKSK, which is a separate assessment.
The Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission, MACC, has opened 25 investigation papers into the management of the COVID-19 pandemic. Its Chief Commissioner, Tan Sri Azam Baki, said MACC would be hauling up those involved to assist in their probe and would update the public on the developments accordingly.
The anti-graft body chief did not rule out the possibility that these cases involved various government agencies, even the Health Ministry.
Pelbagai isu kita sasar, jadi kita tak naklah apa tu, dan begini dalam sensitif banyak pihak. Dari saya saya cuma nyatakan ia berkaitan dengan pusat COVID dan sedang kita catat. Jadi apa-apa laporan kemudian kita akan maklumkan. Ya.
Ada yang dipanggil tak, Sir?
Kita memanggil dalam 25 kecacatan ni banyaklah. Sebab setiap satu kes tu berbeza. Bukan sama. Ada kes ini semua ada lah. Pelbagai berkaitan COVID management.
He spoke to the media after an event in Putrajaya on Thursday. Tan Sri Azam previously revealed that MACC was investigating alleged corruption, malpractice and abuse of power in COVID-19 related procurements and the distribution of aid and stimulus packages during the pandemic. He said MACC had also investigated fraud related to the supply of medical protective equipment and bribery of enforcement officers supervising the movement control order.
Commenting on reports that French authorities are investigating allegations of fraud and corruption involving a public transport infrastructure construction project involving mass rapid transit MRT worth 692 million ringgit. Tan Sri Azam said that the MACC focused on bribery payments in the investigation of the project which took place a few years ago.
Jadi kita sedang berbincang dengan jawatan negara untuk meneliti apakah yang kita boleh bekalkan dan beri bantuan kepada mereka. Bukan semua permohonan mereka akan kita penuhi ya. Jadi kita tengok yang mana boleh kita bantulah. Dan juga vice versa, apa-apa juga permohonan kita kepada France, mereka juga kena bantu kita lah. Kerana catatan kita sebenarnya berhubung dengan isu ini telah pun kami buka dalam lebih kurang 2 bulan lebih. Sehingga itulah bulan Mac lagi katanya kita telah buka catatan perkara yang sama dan kami telah lebih awal menyiasat perkara ini.
He added that 2 investigation papers have been opened in the investigation. On Wednesday, Transport Minister Datuk Sri Wee Ka Siong said his ministry is ready to be investigated on the allegation that there is an element of bribery in the public transport infrastructure construction project involving MRT. Various issues on the welfare and well-being of migrant workers have been discussed between Malaysia and Bangladesh. Human Resources Minister Datuk Sri M. Saravanan said one of the results from the meeting is the entry of foreign workers from Bangladesh, which will start at the end of this month, and that all related costs in Malaysia must be borne by the employer. In a Facebook posting on Thursday, he said he had a fruitful meeting with his counterpart, Imran Ahmad, which took place in Dhaka, Bangladesh on Thursday morning. Meanwhile, he also said that both countries pledged to safeguard the welfare of workers in Malaysia.
I would like to record my sincere appreciation to His Honourable Minister for his concern on welfare and well-being of our immigrant workers. As per his request, in principle we agreed that there should be a zero cost for immigrant workers who come to Malaysia. If I find any employers charging anything additional or extra charges, the license will be cancelled or the permit for having foreign workers will be cancelled immediately.
The Cabinet has no objection to the proposed draft of the anti-party hopping law from the Parliamentary Special Select Committee, PSSC. Minister in the Prime Minister's Department for Parliament and Law, Datuk Sri Dr. Wan Junaidi Jaafar, said Attorney General Tan Sri Idris Harun had given an explanation to the Cabinet regarding the constitutional amendment, and the Cabinet had no objections to the draft proposed by the PSSC. In a statement on Thursday, Datuk Sri Wan Junaidi, who is also PSSC chairman, said the Cabinet, however, had raised 2 issues that needed to be refined by the committee. He said overall, the bill has been taken into account by the Cabinet, and the questions they raised will be brought to the committee